Hi guys, it's Chris and Jack here from the Zombie Box Project.
You're right.
And today, guys, we're talking about Mass Effect 3.
Very nice.
It's got a release date of the 9th of March 2012, so it's coming up pretty quickly.
Looking forward to it.
Definitely. It's probably one of our most favourite games ever. Well, I could easily say it's my favourite
Oh
game
no,
ever.
you can put that on me as well. Mass Effect is fantastic.
It's one of those games that I could just put into my Xbox right now and just play through. Actually, I think after this, I will.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
So, it's the last Mass Effect with Shepard in it.
Yeah.
So, do we think that means it's going to be the end of Shepard? Would it be wise to kill him off?
Like I said, it's probably better to give the player the option of killing
Yeah.
him off if they wanted to. I mean, the Mass Effect 2, you could have ended with Shepard dying.
Yeah.
Clearly, you don't want to do that, so you can continue into Mass Effect 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, considering the player's avatar is basically Shepard, he's got no emotion. You give him emotions.
Yeah.
It would make sense to finish it the way the player wants to.
That would be good, because that's what all Mass Effect is about.
You
choices.
You project yourself onto Shepard during the game.
That's one of the reasons we love him so much. He's one of the greatest characters of all time. Like, I'd put him up there with Master Chief.
And Master Chief's under the same situation. You're putting yourself into a character in a game who's basically got not very many personal twists and faults themselves.
Definitely. So, with the choices in Mass Effect, with your decisions carrying on between games, do we think BioWare played it clever there? So, as soon as you play Mass Effect 1, you play through it and you're like, okay, I've just invested in this game now, I've got to get the other two.
Yeah.
Do you think that was a clever, almost a trick, really?
It was like movies. It's clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very clever. It's the first game to do that, isn't it?
Mm-hmm, definitely.
I mean, I know for a fact I could go all the way back to Mass Effect 1 and then replay them all in order to get the right ending for Mass Effect 3.
See, I really didn't enjoy Mass Effect 1. That I kind of rushed through it.
What?
I got it when Mass Effect 2 was coming out. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, I need to play this game because Mass Effect 2 is based on it. So I just rushed through it. It wasn't that... It was a bit buggy and frame rate dropped quite a lot.
So you're not a fan of the RPG elements, then?
And I wasn't a fan of the RPG elements, which
Shame.
brings us on to our next subject. Mass Effect 2 had hardly any RPG elements in it, really.
Yeah, I know.
Do we want more? Do we want less? Well, hard to put in less.
A bit more customization, I reckon.
Weapon customization?
Weapon customization, character customization. I think taking away the special ammo for the second game was a bad move. Let's bring that back. Have some different ammo types with some nice effects for hitting enemies.
Yep, definitely. It would be good. Do you think they should bring back the recharge time? So you know you shot a gun?
No, I like the clips.
Yeah. Clips
Everyone
were good.
likes ammo.
Definitely.
Overheating was kind of stupid. It's the future. They'd make guns with heat sinks.
Awesome. So, it's all about the characters in Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Who's your favourite character?
I'm gonna have to say Legion.
Why?
Well, because Legion's the most interesting character, because I spent the whole first game fighting the Geth, spent quite a lot of the second game fighting the Geth. Finally, they're a playable character. He's interesting, he's a hive mind, he's got some slight twists of a mystery to him, like welding a piece of Shepard's armour to himself.
So,
Itself, you can't really call it him.
it's unconfirmed, but there will be maybe a Prothean to play as, or in your squad member. So do you reckon he'd overtake Legion as your favourite squad member? Because Legion you like because you're always fighting the Geth, and in Mass Effect 2 you were fighting the Protheans. Do you think a Prothean in the team will add a lot of...
It'll be interesting to
It'll
see how
change dynamics.
the difference between the Collectors and the Protheans is quite integral here.
Yeah.
Because the Collectors were twisted mechanical Protheans that they'd plug machines into.
Yeah.
Change to their own will. I don't really want a giant bug man in my team. I'm
No.
not so sure about that. I'd much rather... I think one of the reasons Legion appeals to me so much is he kind of brings back flashes of old Star Trek.
Oh, okay.
You know, with the Borg.
Yeah,
Hive mind style character. It's interesting to talk to in a sci-fi universe.
definitely.
Who is your favourite?
Grunt. I think I like Grunt.
Grunt or Rex?
It's got to be Grunt. Because he's just born out of nowhere. He's trying to find meaning in his life. He's found some sort of meaning. He's part of Shepard's crew, but he's still looking for that something more, isn't he?
It is interesting hearing him talk about the tank like it's his
Yeah.
parents. Yeah, that's clever. I think the step up from Mass Effect 1 into Mass Effect 2 led to some really interesting characters as a whole.
Yeah, we said that the most boring characters were the human characters.
It's so true.
And I think that's kind of typical of Mass Effect, because humans are all around us. We're bored of them by now. We love aliens. We love anything sci-fi.
But it's even though the aliens are weirdly human, they're just more interesting. I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
you've got human emotions in Tali and Garrus, but at the same time, you want them in your party rather than Ashley, Kaidan,
Definitely. And
Jacob.
Thane, he's going to be dealing with death in Mass Effect 3.
Who didn't think that Thane was really cool?
I know, he's dying, so you're
Yeah.
going to have to deal with that. Relationships are a massive thing in Mass Effect 3. With EA coming in,
Yeah.
it looks like it's going to be more combat orientated. Do we think this will affect the dialogue, the storyline in Mass Effect 3?
I don't know. It was quite combat orientated in the second one. As long as they don't make it much more, I think it'll be fine.
So what do we think of the Omni Blade?
It's cool. Might be gimmicky, but it's cool.
Do you think we'll use it much?
I'll use it more in Amala.
Yes, definitely. So for those of you who don't know, if you play the Amala demo and if you play the Mass Effect demo, there's items you can get and then
For
cross
both of them.
over.
You get some very, very cool Mass Effect armor for finishing Amala's demo.
Going on to the demo is released February 14th,
Yeah.
and multiplayer, for those who didn't have the Battlefield free code, comes out on the 17th. So on to multiplayer.
Yeah.
If I have someone to play Mass Effect 3 multiplayer with,
You do.
I will.
Yep.
But if you don't, it won't affect the game.
So
It's not important, but if you want to get the full Mass Effect experience,
it's kind
you want to play it.
It's expanding Mass Effect slightly.
Yeah.
So it could be a good thing. What do you think? What are your thoughts? Is it going to be a good thing or is it gimmicky?
I was really disappointed when they announced it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, okay, so they've got a lot of focus on combat. Will they be trading
Is it
off?
being Call of Duty?
Yeah. Or Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed's probably a better analogy.
Well, no, even like games like BioShock,
Yeah.
games which are like extremely single player have been given multiplayer aspects now. None of which have been very good, and it feels like kind of a half-assed attempt to sell it to some people who wouldn't want to play it originally.
But this is probably where EA's come in. They've probably gone, okay, BioWare, you can have this much funding, and we'll give you a bit more if you put multiplayer in.
Pretty much.
So it's EA there. Connect, our favourite gimmicky peripheral
Oh yes.
ever. The trailer's title is Better with Connect.
And everyone seems to think it is 100% better with Kinect.
Do we?
No!
No, it's a resounding no.
Well, what they've done is they've taken something the Xbox already has, which is voice recognition.
Yeah.
You could use a headset. You could use a headset and the software in the game to do the exact same thing that Kinect is doing here.
You used Endwar as an example, didn't
Yes, Tom Clancy's Endwar takes a headset, uses particular words in an order to give a command. It does the same thing, but what you're doing is you're paying for a £70 bar microphone to stick in front of you.
And it'd be so much more immersive if you had your headset on. Like, I've got my Astro A40s, and I'd love to just play Mass Effect with them on, with the mic in my face, and just be shouting out orders to my teammates.
And to be honest, even looking at the orders thing, Mass Effect is, on the ground level, an RPG. There needs to be some sort of feeling of tactical ability there, and if you can't issue more than one command at once,
Yeah.
you've lost that.
I mean, who wants to say assault rifle when to pick out an assault rifle?
Yeah, it's
if
not-
you can press a button.
That's not even immersive. You would not shout that at yourself on a battlefield.
It's ridiculous. So, on to scanning. Scanning of planets wasn't a big thing in Mass Effect 2, but it was a necessary thing if you wanted to get all the upgrades.
Yeah.
Do we think they should totally scrap it? It was a waste of time. Most boring thing on the planet.
It's an interesting thought, actually. You've kind of given me an idea. If I was to do Mass Effect 3, you just said the word scrap. Now, you see what I'd do in that situation is get different resources from battles by using remains of enemy, like, weapons and Reaper husks.
So we'd be doing more Skyrim and looting bodies.
Yeah, more looting, but it sort of give it a larger perspective after the battle's done. As opposed to sort of, if there was an alternative to going and scanning these planets, then
So rather than just rushing through a battle, leaving everyone dead behind you,
Yeah.
you'd go back and pick out stuff.
yeah, with the computer, send drones down or
So
something.
that's kind of RPG elements, isn't
Yeah.
it? So there we go.
Here's a thought. What planets do you want to see?
Uranus.
Oh, he's so clever.
I couldn't resist.
Oh, now I feel awkward.
Mars.
You want to see Mars?
Mars is back. Mars is coming into Mass Effect.
Yeah.
You actually go to Mars, so that'd be interesting. BioWare's take on Mars.
I want to see where the Hanar live. You know where the Hanar are?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where Thane is from, basically.
That would be awesome. So it's time to wrap it up, I think.
Okay.
What's our question for our lovely
Audience.
Rex or Grunt, guys?
Yeah, come on. Who is your favourite Krogan? I am Rex all the way. Rex is awesome.
I'm Grunt, so leave us a comment, back us up, do whatever you do. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, guys. We upload every Tuesday and Thursday. We've now got Twitter accounts, so you can check them out in the links.
We will see you next Tuesday.
So see you later, guys.